I'd be the nicest vampire ever. If I was a vampire, I wouldn't go around killing people. I would just be, there might be some steak missing from your refrigerator. I said I would do a Halloween makeup look, and here it is. Basically, I wanted to do my interpretation of the vampire look because everyone has something different. And for me, yes, partially out of necessity because I couldn't find the lipstick, and partially out of personal preference, I decided to ditch the classic red lip because I think that vampires should look like corpses. So, what we have is a very grayish, purpley, pretty but slightly bruised looking smoky eye. We have sunken in cheeks, or at least that was the attempt, and bags under our eyes, and muted, cold lips. So, without further ado, I'm going to get started, and I hope you enjoy. But I would be nice. Really, I would. I wouldn't give you nightmares. Promise. What I did with foundation, I needed to look a little bit paler since we are vampires after all. And yes, no need to comment on that. I know it's there. So I used my Pro Lumiere. I typically would use a more matte foundation, but I don't have one of those lying around. And then I took my eye concealer, which is the CoverGirl and Olay Simply Ageless, in a really pale color, and I mixed them together and I put them all over my face, so and on my ears too, and I tried to put it down my neck, but I really don't look that much paler. Starting off with this color from Victoria's Secret, which is called Decadent. Looks like that. I wanted something light reflective on the eye because all the other colors I'm using are matte, and it's Halloween, but you don't want to look too scary, especially if you're a vampire. Vampires are supposed to be scary and evil. I think they're supposed to be scary and evil, but they're also supposed to be alluring in an evil and scary way. I'm going to blend that out a little bit with this brush, and I'm concentrating on bringing it higher up on the inner corner of my eye. So instead of like lifting it, dragging it down. So that way we look sleepy. And from my trusty old NYX palette, but all of the colors I'm using you can find anywhere. I'm taking a matte gray, a charcoal color, on a pencil brush like this. Into the crease it goes, but I'm pointing it really far up. And then blending again. And matte black on the pencil brush. And this is just going in the very outer corner. So just there. Blending again. On the little 194 brush I started out with, I'm taking some of that matte gray color and just running that on my lower lash line. We'll add more later, but I just wanted a base there. Taking an angled brush, dipping it into the black, and lining my upper lash line with it. I'm not winging it out. I'm just dragging it from one corner of my eye to the other, and it's kind of, I did my best with the lighting. There's a fluorescent light right in front of me, but if it's difficult to see, I'm sorry. I hope I'm a good enough teacher that you can get what I mean. Now I'm taking a cream eyeliner and an itty bitty little brush, and I'm putting that inside my eye, like literally in it, so that way my eyes are totally black. No, I'm just kidding. On the waterline. I always make a really dumb face when I do this. And then I'm taking that and doing a fine line where I put the black eyeshadow a second ago. And I'm not doing this to make my eyes look really, really defined. The line does not have to be neat. Well, it can't be a zigzag, but it doesn't have to be super neat. This is just to make our eyes look like evil abysses. I already have mascara on. Oh! So then the last step is I want my eyes to look bruised. So I'm taking that purple. It's a matte purple from an old Victoria's Secret palette on my pencil brush, and on the outside of all the blending I've done before, so above the crease, I'm putting that, and also underneath my eye. Really low underneath my eye. So that way we look like we haven't slept in approximately 17 years. I'm also taking the tiniest bit of the black, like I'm doing this, and then shaking it off, and putting a little bit more darkness under my eye. You know, really just go crazy. Then blending that purple a little bit on top. Good, okay. So now I look bruised, but I'm not done yet. This would be the time, typically, if you wanted to turn this into a nice smoky eye, you would put a very brightening concealer underneath. I'm not going to. I'm going to take this blending brush, which has the black and the purple and the gray, and I'm going to put it in the hollow of my eye. So I'm giving myself dark circles. That looks like a little bit much. So I'm just going to take my fingers and just kind of pat it, work it into the skin. Those are the eyes done. I know most people would like to have red in it because it's vampire eye, but honestly, when I think vampires, I think bruised and sickly and cold. So, now, see how I've contoured? I really wish to pretend that's not there. So I'm taking powder brush, a dark brown eyeshadow. This is called dark brown. It's from NYX. And I'm going poof, and putting that in the hollow of my cheek. It's very dark, so you shouldn't use too much of it because then you'll look silly. But I mean, really, and right there as well. But really, I mean, you want to look gaunt and a little scary. You can also take that under your jawline to further emaciate yourself. I've put it on top of my collarbone as well, just to, oh, I'm glowing. Just to further emphasize, I have very bony collarbone, so you just go like that. Like bring your shoulder forward until the bone pops out and then put it in the hollow. I've chosen this brown because, as you can see, it's not particularly warm. So it works well for what we want to do, which is, you know, look like we're starving. And then I'm taking the tiniest touch of this. I'm just like, and filling in my eyebrows a little bit because I want them to be a little bit darker. Just a touch, though. That might be too dark. So I'm taking a fan brush because I don't know where my other powder brushes got to. I have two. I don't know where the other one is. Anyways, so I'm not using this one because it has brown stuff on it. And I'm taking this powder, which has always been too pale for me. I don't know why I bought it. I use it anyway, though, because I'm cheap. And it's kind of, you know, you don't want to look shiny. As a matter of fact, you want to look very, very dead. I'm waiting for someone to knock on the door and come in and be like, what the heck are you doing? Because nobody really knows. I love makeup and YouTube and stuff. I've paled out my lips. I put some concealer and then some purple eyeshadow and then more concealer. So that way they look really cold. And, yeah, I don't look pale enough. That's disappointing. Hope you enjoyed. I'll get in your face again so you can see. So we have bruised eye makeup, heavy on the black and the gray and the brown, not the brown, heavy on the black and the gray and the purple. We have totally muted lips. You could do red. I just wanted to do something a little bit different. Kind of wanted to look like a corpse, you know. Hollowed cheeks, dark eyebrows, pale matte skin. You know, the typical stuff. Somebody is running. Somebody's running above my head. I mean, if you could hear this right now, it sounds like friggin' elephants. Thank you for watching, and I will see you soon. That didn't work at all. I'm just not good at being scary, you guys. Sorry. But bye-bye.